I'm just gonna do super simple getting ready with me for this makeup look. It's very soft, summery, nothing too wild, mainly drugstore products. Yeah, it's just very simple, really subtle. Got a little bit of highlighter, concealing of the dark circles, applying things with a nose ring in. Yeah, using some CeraVe. I already kind of put some on, so I'm just gonna redo my eye area because it tends to get dry. And as someone in their mid-30s, that's the first place that looks dry on me. So today I'm just gonna do something super natural. Usually I don't like to wear a lot of makeup these days with my short hair sometimes. Sometimes I'm feeling fun, but first things first, we gotta wet the Beauty Blender. Beauty Blender is wet. This is my tried and true, it's so dirty, the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is the 010 Fair. Usually what I do is put a lot of sunscreen on in the summer and just put fake tanner on. But, so yeah, so that's like my winter shade. I also mix it with the 020 Sand, the same concealer, and that's more my summer shade. So usually I just put more on the back of my hand of that when I'm feeling a little flirty and I want to be more tan. So I just rub it together on the back of my hand, like so. And then I just take my damp Beauty Blender and I usually just start on areas that are red. So I don't actually like put it everywhere. I usually just do like chin. Don't mind me. And then like around my nose, because that gets red and you know, no one likes that. I love when I see people and I can tell they're not wearing face makeup because you know what? I love skin and we're beautiful in all the ways we exist. But do I like my little veins and shit? No! But anyways, so that's looking like a little bit better. Usually also what I like to do is just because I have like a few freckles and some redness, I just put it like right here. I know a lot of people put like lightener here. I just don't. I just want my face to be all one color to start. And then if I really want to go like glam, then I'll use like highlighters for specific areas. But honestly, I can't be bothered. We're getting ready and we're getting ready quick. Okay, so I'm going to spot conceal little, like I have, you know, like a few little blemishes. I have a lot of like these spots. I used to try to cover this up. Whatever, we're going to let it go now. What I do like, this one thing that I started using is LA Girl Pro Conceal. It's like a pinky. It's supposed to be a color corrector because God knows I have some dark bags. The applicator leaves something to be desired because either too little or way too much comes out. But sometimes if I'm feeling like extra tired, I like to just put a tiny bit under there to lift it. And then I put my regular concealer on. So really I'm not using that much because I don't want to put like a lot of products in my under eyes because that is the one area that I find like you can kind of tell it just like ages you. Aging isn't bad though, guys. That's the moral of the story. Aging is not bad. We should be so lucky to be here. But anyways, yeah, I always like go right in the eyeball socket because you want it to be blended. Sorry, I'm going out of camera. Okay, so we do that, and then I take my lighter color, the 10 Fair, and I just go ham with this. That's not true. I don't go ham. I use a little bit because I know we've all seen the people that are like, wah, 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 whatever you want to do. But for me, I just like, I'm trying to look like kind of natural, semi-natural. And I just like a little bit, especially after that other stuff. So I really just like put like that. And then I also like to kind of do right here because I feel like I get little freckles. I get some freckles around there that I don't like. So I just try to like lighten that area. I guess that's the highlighting part that I do. And then on here, because I get some nice, you know, you got the varicose, you know, whatever, the veins in here, kind of just like bring it in a little bit. And just boom, 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 boom. Just the key to all of this is like looking natural, is just blending. I've come a long way from like high coverage and glam like almost every day to just like really minimal. And that's only because it works for me. Whatever you want to do, obviously it's makeup, so it's fun, you can play around. So we're looking a little bit more awake. You can kind of see I got a little redness on my nose. You can just take this and dab it if you need to. Whatever. Just be careful you don't wipe this on your shirt, on your white shirt anywhere. But I usually just leave this on so I can like spot conceal after. Okay, next, I might do it in a weird order, but this is what works for me. Next, I just take a little bit of e.l.f. HD powder, and this is just like some random blush brush, but I just like how kind of like fluffy it is. And I just go over everywhere kind of that I powdered, and it's just like super light. If I have active like pimples or like a breakout, then I kind of just pat the powder on. But notice I'm not like going everywhere. I'm really just going in my like T-zone and the areas that I put the concealer on. Because I don't want to look like super matte. I like looking more dewy. And then this is my favorite part. I have this Fenty, bronzer. It's called Butter Biscuit. Usually like I've used this big ass brush for it, like a stippling brush. But I do kind of like the denser one because I just get sketched out with this blending and then it goes too far. So I like a little bit more control. It's looking a little like nasty, but that's okay. Just nasty in the fact that it's been used. So I usually just start on my nose. This is so funny using the camera to apply because Lord knows we're gonna have to do a reassessment after. And then you just like, I like to go in the corners, you know, anywhere for that sun kiss, literally window wiper motion here. And then you're just gonna check after if everything is blended so you don't have like harsh lines. But I like to go a little bit heavy on this sometimes. Because I like that sun kiss look and it is summer and I'm trying to make the most of it. Also, I like going in here. You can really kind of like carve out your face, but I'm not doing that. I'm just we're gonna look a little bronze, you know? So already you can see, already you can see that I've applied too much right here, but that is kind of like the natural hollow. So that's good. And then I kind of do, instead of like contour these days, which I used to wear like cream contour, I just kind of go like my bone's right here. So I just kind of like go up from there. And that way, and I do get a little bit on, you know, you just got to figure out what works for you. Like, is this a bit much? Maybe. Will it blend eventually on its own? I don't know. But yeah. And I'm just kind of going like up, up, up and blending. Like you could go in circular motions, but if you were wearing a lot of stuff underneath, you might take some of that off. I have not put anything right there, so that's fine. And this, I don't know, it's just like, I love the cream. I do use like a matte bronzer. I use a lot of drugstore products because your girl's on a budget. But I use the NYX matte bronzer in medium, and that's also like really nice. But I find in the summer, I like to use cream because it looks more like skin, in my opinion. And then sometimes I just put like a little bit here. Normally I'd be putting like contour stuff here, but I can't be bothered these days. It's snatched enough. Like, we're good. Okay, so that's that. Let's just put highlighter because I picked it up. This is the one from Merit Beauty. I love this. Literally looks wet when you put it on. The only thing is sometimes I don't use it often. And so then it gets a bit gunky on the top. But sometimes if it is like that, I just like rub it on. If you can see, like, look at that shine on the snake there, right there. So usually what I do is just take a little bit, and then wherever your like high points in your face, you can just kind of go, and I go like that, so it's not just like one line. But already, look at that. Oh, and I got too much. I usually put it here and just like diffuse it out. And you can put it like a little bit on the bridge of your nose if you want. And like out there. Oops, too much. And you know, you could put it on your high brow, but we're trying to look like semi-natural. They just want to look like, oh, they're just, maybe it's Maybelline, maybe they're born with it, you know? Okay, let's just do a little bit of concealing anything that I didn't get covered. You know, like some things you pop out, sometimes you have like pimple. This is like something that I excavated on my face. So yeah, what I really like, if something's really dark or like has a lot of redness in it. My friend gave this to me. It's completely destroyed, but it's Kevin Aucoin, and it's nice and creamy and thick. This is probably like a couple years old, but I'm still using it. It still smells okay. But this is like heavy duty. Like I only spot conceal with this because it is pretty thick. But where can I show you? Like, I think it's too light. I have to be careful. I can't put it where I put bronzer. So it's a whole science experiment, but what we're gonna do, maybe like over there. Can you see that? I'm trying to see at the same time. So usually like I dab it like all over. So this way it's kind of, now it's like covering around and there's not a harsh line, and then I go in again just to really cover it, and then just dot it again, and then there's like this guy up here. This is more like a scab, so not everything can be concealed, but we can always try. I mean, that's a little bit better. So now you can't see them. And then you can also take stuff from the back of your hand. This is where I take the darker color. And if there's anything like where I've kind of put the bronzer, then I use my darker color to conceal. Like there's a little red dot right there. But I also have like, you know, the brown spots. And like I said, sometimes I conceal them if I'm feeling like it. But a lot of times, no. I'm a fucking perfectionist. I like to just like use the tiniest brush, just use my finger to dab. Now, lip liner. This is my favorite because it's just really close to my lips. My lip color, it's Sephora, and it's Sink or Suede. So usually start under there. My lips are like decent size, but they really do kind of disappear. I don't have like a prominent lip line. I know some people and it's like they already have lip liner on, but it's just like the way their lips are designed. It's really cool. So I do overline it a little bit, as you can tell. It's really nice. It matches my lip color kind of already. And then I just kind of like go a little bit in like to blend that so there's not just one line. And honestly, sometimes I just leave it like this. Sometimes I put something in it. I used to wear lipstick a lot. Now I don't love it. Like I said, we're trying to be low maintenance here. And usually like in my everyday, the last thing I do is brows. This is the one thing I do shell out money on because it's hard to match light colored brows without it turning like red or like an auburn color. So I use Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe because I do like how they have like this guy and then this little spoolie on the other side. So I just brush it up. Like these brows, although they look small, they have come a long way. Really, I'm just like filling in the gaps. And I think having like the lightest hand touch is really good for this. And going in like very small. I know people say like hair-like strokes. But literally sometimes I just draw like a faint outline line and then I fill her in. And then I kind of brush it with the spoolie to blend it. So yeah, this is just me. Can you see? This is not the most flattering angle, but whatever. So I usually follow like the shape because I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm not really trying to grow them bigger because they're not really growing like out of what this shape that I've plucked, but I've worked hard on like getting the shape. Okay, so see like the difference? Very cutesy, very demure, very slight. You can still see that. And if you make a mistake, I'm just gonna go like that and you're good. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one off camera because this is boring for you. Huh? Okay. And I just like to make sure that there's no like real harsh lines at the front. Like I like it to be too faint rather than hardcore. Okay, so we're looking good. And since the pandemic, I really stopped wearing mascara, eye makeup. Now I can take this off. If I really wanted to, like I could go in with powder and top up like little spots that I concealed. Sometimes at the end I just put a little bit more powder there. I don't have a setting spray right now, I'm out, but you could like mist yourself if you're looking a little powdery, but we're looking glowy. Any kind of brown eyeliner, but I like to like literally just go like that. And like I have some freckles. Oh God, this is why I can't do it in the camera. I have some freckles, but they're not like super strong right now because I've been getting back into wearing SPF every day after a lifetime of not. So there, you got like just a tiny bit. Sometimes I go like this, so people know it's a mole and not like a weird little pimple, which would be fine. Do I want to put any, you know what? This is the problem. This is where I usually like to stop and I feel fine about myself. I can go up with no makeup, that's great. But this is where I like to be presentable. But then if I'm really feeling a little something, I get the eyelash curler out. And then I go, oh, do your thing. My eyelashes are probably the straightest eyelashes known to man. I used to get eyelash extensions. I had them like 3 times. And then the 4th time I reacted really badly to the glue because I am allergic to some adhesive. So I can't really do that anymore. So what I used to do when I was like way more femme and thought I was straight, I would first of all take like an hour to get ready instead of like 20 minutes. Is like heat this up, you know, like put a hair dryer on it so it'd be like a curling iron for your eyelashes, and then put waterproof mascara on right after I curled them so that waterproof would like lock it in and hold it. I cannot wear straight regular mascara. It just looks like absolute shit. Like the curl that I use with this drops in like within 30 seconds. It's so funny. What I think I might do, because it's nighttime and I'm going out, also I have a feeling I'm gonna cry at this movie because it's about a trans man, which I am not, but I'm definitely trans and on my own little gender journey as a non-binary person. So I'm sure it'll resonate. Where the fuck is my brown eyeliner? What we're gonna do, let's get real close, this is the trick that I love to do. I literally go like, nothing fancy. We're just trying to get like a bit of a base down. It can be messy as fuck because we're gonna fix it. But even like just a little bit of that is something. And what I usually do is just like bring it up. And yeah, it's not good on the end. It looks like crap. So then I get like this kind of brush. And I just kind of smooth it out. And then basically you're just playing with intensity and getting it to the shape you want to get it to. But it's all about smudging, and it is all about practice too. And I like to go in the waterline. And like kind of like work it as much into the lash line as you can. But like that's a difference. And then you blink a few times and then it goes under there, which I don't love, but Teddy! My dog's scratching his little life away. So yeah, like it doesn't have to be perfect. Also, I'm wearing leather pants tonight, so we're going for more of a grunge look. And I guess do I have hooded eyes? I don't know, because they go like, you can't quite see everything. So I don't even know how worth it this is. I usually get carried away at this point. Like this eye is already more of a wing than I want. That's okay. I don't know. Now I'm like, are I gonna be a little girl today? Not little girl. I'm gonna be a big girl, but you know what I mean. Yeah, as soon as the eyeliner comes out, I know I'm like playing with fire, because once I put a little bit too much, then it's hard to look natural. But sometimes you can bring it in more here if you want to blend it. It can be like super soft. It doesn't have to be. I don't like the hard lines. I just like a lot of blending. You know, you would be thinking like, why aren't you putting mascara on if you're putting eyeliner on? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. This is my darker pen, so see, if it is a circle, then I kind of just like smudge it a little bit. I'm using my NYX bronzer, and I'm just using, I don't even know what this brush is, but it's double-ended, which I like. So sometimes I take the little guy and just dab it and tap it and then put some underneath. Just because my eyes are hazel, they're looking like green right now. They're hazily green. And so this color I find really helps bring them to the full front. And I like kind of like bringing it, I don't know, I see a lot of people like blending it down there. I'm like, no, then I look tired because I have my circles. So whatever works for you. And then I take this one and I kind of go in the hollow. And I don't really bring it in here that much. I just bring it because I want it more to be out. And you can play around with how much, but I kind of just like want it to be here and down there. So that's usually, so it's like so light. I mean, depends on what your definition of light is, but for my skin tone, it's not crazy. Like it's not too much, I don't think, and I really do like the way it looks, I feel like. And then I guess we're gonna bring it down here. See, this is what happens every time. I'm like, oh, just a little bit of eye makeup, and then you cannot do it. So that's cute. That's like nothing too much for me. I'm gonna go back in with this. Oh, it's because there's an eyelash here. And always like after you put like mascara, or if you wear eyeshadow, just look for any like fallout, you know, like any brown stuff or whatever color you're using. Make sure that it's not down there. And I'm just, because I was smudging stuff, I'm just gonna move it. It honestly looks like I've already been wearing this for like all day because of how like smudgy it is, but that's all right, guys. That's okay. And then lastly, because I get those like, because I just look tired, I'm gonna take some of this, put it under there to kind of lift that area up. And then I just like pinch this so it's tinier. And then we're blending. If I do wear lipstick, I usually just go right in the middle. So it's like, what are those, what's this called? I think it's like Korean based kind of lip style where it's like, you've eaten popsicles or something. What's it called? There's a name for it. Or just go like, I don't know what lipstick this is. I got it at this little store when I was traveling, so I have no idea. This is Mood on it. And there we go. So that's the look. Maybe it's a little bit more feminine than I wanted to go, but that's okay. This is the hair. And the outfit is literally nothing crazy. Got my friend's pants that she markered on with the stars. She's super talented. She also does YouTube videos, so I'll put her link in there. Let's go over this. Because I can dance in this. I can be semi-warm. I might even bust out the leather jacket so that it's like a full leather look, but I think this is cute. Thanks for watching. This is my first makeup getting ready with me thing. I love these so much, so yeah. Bye.